Yo, what's up, guys? This is Ryan, and Chase is actually here for week 3 of Pick'em. I didn't think he would be because his voice was all messed up, but it's feeling better today, and he can't talk too long, so I'm handling the intro. But let's get this shit started. All right, the first game we have is the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. I think New England's going to win this game, and Tom Brady is just going to dominate all game, and someone needs to cool off Ryan Fitzpatrick, and it's going to be the New England Patriots, and that's all I really need to say. What about you, Chase?
Of course, I'm going to take the Patriots. Tom Brady is on top of his game. I don't see Ryan Fitzpatrick beating the Patriots, so I'm taking the Patriots.
All right, next up we have Jacksonville and Carolina. I think Cam Newton's finally going to get his win that he deserves, and Blaine Gabbert is starting his first game for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I do not think he's going to have a very good game at all. He's going to struggle, so I got the Carolina Panthers. How about you?
Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers. I think Cam Newton's going to get his first win for sure. I mean, he's been doing pretty good, so I just see Blaine Gabbert to struggle a lot, so I'm taking the Panthers.
All right, next we have San Francisco at Cincinnati. I think Alex Smith is going to have a really good game, and I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to pull off this win. Their defense is going to be too good for Andy Dalton to move the ball, and Cedric Benson's going to struggle. So, yeah, I got the 49ers. What about you?
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers too. I think 49ers defense is too much for Cincinnati, so Andy Dalton's going to have a bad day, so I'm taking the 49ers.
All right, we got Miami at Cleveland. I think Chad Henne is going to have a really great game against Cleveland Browns. He's been having a pretty good season so far, but he's been struggling to finish out games. And I think he's had a really good game, and I think Daniel Thomas and Reggie Bush are going to be making some catches out of the backfield and getting the ball rolling. And I don't think Cleveland can stop them, so I got Miami. What about you?
I'm seriously actually going to take Cleveland in this game. I believe in Cleveland's defense. I think the defense is going to help the team out a lot. I just see Cleveland's defense having a big day, probably. At least keeping the Browns in the game. So I'm going to take the Browns.
All right, next up we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I have Minnesota winning a very close game. I think Adrian Peterson's going to go off this game like he usually does against Detroit Lions. I think if the Lions are going to win this game, they're going to win the game like they've been winning games. This is explosive offense. I don't think the Vikings defense is too good to combat that, but I do think Adrian Peterson's going to go off, and I think that Minnesota is going to win their first game. So what do you got?
It's time for Minnesota to hit the panic button because they're going to lose. I'm taking the Lions because their front defensive line is going to hold Adrian Peterson. Detroit Lions have a different mindset this year. They're going for it all. Matthew Stafford's going to have a big game, so I'm taking the Lions.
Okay, next up we have Houston at New Orleans. I think Drew Brees is going to expose the Houston Texans defense for what it is. It's not as good as it's been playing. I think that Pierre Thomas is going to have a good game on the ground, and Mark Ingram's going to finally have a really good game. I think New Orleans is going to win this game, and I don't think Matt Schaub is going to have a very good day. He's going to be under pressure a lot. So, yeah, New Orleans is going to win. What do you got?
Well, it's always tough to play at New Orleans, so I'm going to go with New Orleans. Drew Brees is going to come out there slinging it. He's going to have a, decent day. I mean, he's not going to throw a lot, but I think they're going to pull out the win in the end. I'm taking the Saints.
All right, now we got Denver at Tennessee. Not much needs to be said about this game. I think Chris Johnson's finally going to get going, and Matt Hasselbeck and Kenny Britt are going to keep continuing to hook up. Kyle Orton's going to struggle to move the ball on us, and No. Sean Moreno's probably not going to play, so it's going to be a tough day for Denver. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Titans. I do believe, too, that CJ is going to start, running a lot more. He's going to break some tackles. He's going to, he's going to get on his game now. The Denver defense is not going to be able to handle him. I see Matt Hasselbeck making some key throws to Kenny Britt once again, so I'm taking the Titans.
All right, we got the New York Jets at the Oakland Raiders. Not much needs to be said about this game either. I think the Jets are going to hold McFadden in check, and they're going to force Jason Campbell to pass, which is actually a bad thing against a good defense. I mean, he looked good last week, but I think the Jets are going to shut him down. They're going to shut McFadden down, and they're going to win this game. What do you got?
Yeah, the Jets are going to hold McFadden to like 50 yards. I just see Mark Sanchez just slinging the ball too, and that Jets defense is going to kill Jason Campbell out there. So I'm taking the Jets in this one.
All right, next up on the list, we have Kansas City at San Diego. I don't really need to say anything other than the Chargers are going to annihilate the Chiefs. Rivers is going to make the Chiefs defense look like Swiss cheese, and that's pretty much all I got to say. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers, but I mean, usually every year for a while now, they've been having close games, but Kansas City's just limping because Charles is out for the year now, so that's a huge loss. But San Diego in this game is just going to dominate, so I'm taking them.
All right, we got Baltimore at St. Louis. Um, I think Baltimore is going to win this game, and they're going to have a big statement game after losing to a team that everyone thought they'd beat. I think Ray Rice is going to continue his great play. Even last week, he had a pretty good game, and Joe Flacco is going to redeem himself, make some big throws. St. Louis is too injured, and I think that they're going to get beat. So, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking Baltimore. Joe Flacco is just going to pass all over them. But in this game, I think it's going to be a close one, though. I think Sam Bradford is going to keep it close, so I'm taking Baltimore, though.
All right, Green Bay at Chicago is the next game. I think Green Bay is going to win this game, but I think Rodgers and Cutler are both going to have really good games. But Aaron Rodgers is more clutch, and he's going to pull through in the fourth quarter with a clutch drive to seal the game. And I don't think Jay Cutler can match that. I think their defense is good. The Bears defense is good, but I think for as good as that is, the Green Bay Packers defense is just as good and actually better. So I think they're going to win. I think Green Bay's going to win. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers still looks so good. I don't see him slacking any, really. I think he's just going to have a big day. Um, yeah, they're going to come out in Chicago and win, so I'm taking the Packers.
All right, we got Arizona at Seattle. I think Kevin Kolb is going to have a really good game in this game. I got the Arizona Cardinals winning for sure. Seattle's a horrible team, and Tavares Jackson's going to look shitty for the third straight week. He has absolutely no time to throw, but even if he did have time to throw, I think he'd fail. We may see Charlie Whitehurst in there soon. Yeah, I got the Arizona Cardinals winning this game. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals. Seattle is not a great team. Tavares Jackson looks horrible in the first 2 weeks of the season, so I don't see him doing much of anything. So I think Larry Fitzgerald's going to have a big day on Seattle, so I'm taking the Cardinals.
All right, we have Atlanta at Tampa Bay next game. I have Tampa Bay winning a close game. I think Josh Freeman is going to clutch out another win for Tampa Bay. I think Matt Ryan's going to struggle a little bit at the start, but he'll get it going. But it's going to be too late because Josh Freeman's going to clutch out a win. And yeah, I got Tampa Bay winning this game. What about you?
I'm taking Atlanta in this one. Last year they had a close game in Tampa, but I just think this game, Matt Ryan is going to continue. I mean, from last week's win and playing Philadelphia, I think Atlanta is going to get back on track and get on the winning side. So I'm taking the Falcons.
All right, next up we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at Indianapolis Colts. I think Pittsburgh is going to actually win this game before halftime, if that's even possible. Kerry Collins is just that bad. He's not going to get anything going for the Colts. They have no running game, especially against the Steelers. So, yeah, I think the Steelers are going to have a really good game. Ben Roethlisberger is going to dominate, and Rashard Mendenhall is going to get the run going, and they just have nothing for him. So, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers in this one. Ben Roethlisberger is going to have a big day on their defense, and I just don't see the Colts, getting anything done. I just feel so sorry for the Colts fans. Pittsburgh's defense is going to dominate Kerry Collins, so I'm taking Pittsburgh in this one.
All right, and last but not least, we have the Washington Redskins taking on the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. I have Dallas winning this game and a close game. I think even with all the injuries that Tony Romo has sustained and Miles Austin and the rest of the team, I think that Romo will lead them to a victory in the fourth quarter. I think Jason Witten's going to have a really big game with all the injuries at receiver. I'm not too sure if Des Bryant's going to play. You can tell me that on your pick. But Rex Grossman, he should probably get nicknamed Rex Grassman because he's going to be on the grass a lot because DeMarcus Ware is going to be hitting him all day. So I think Dallas is going to pull off the victory. What do you got?
All right, I'm taking the Cowboys. You're right. I think Romo's going to go to Witten if Romo plays. Really Witten is the security blanket for Romo. Our young receivers are going to come out and help us this game. Jesse Holley and Ogletree. I don't think Des Bryant's going to play. Felix Jones is out. Miles Austin's out. So I just see Witten get the ball a lot. At least 10 catches. I'm saying like 10, 11 catches. So I'm taking the Cowboys.
Okay, now for something special this week. We got our friend Steven in here to do his quick picks of the week. So what do you think about this week, Steven?
All right, starting off with the early games. As long as Tom Brady gets the insane protection he was given by his offensive line up front the first 2 weeks, Dynasty football surprise Ryan Fitzpatrick won't be able to keep up with that unstoppable Patriots offense. John Harbaugh has the 49ers competing and looking like actual contenders for that weak division, so look for them to roll past everyone's preseason favorite for the Suck Football campaign, Cincinnati. Miami's biggest question mark coming into the season was the play of Chad Henne. While he underwhelmed last week, his numbers should be closer to those he had versus New England against the Browns team that's allowed 23 points per game to two of the worst teams in the NFL and a Dolphins win. The Broncos are injury depleted at nearly every position, and the Titans are coming off a game where they dominated for 60 minutes against Ray Lewis, Joe Flacco, and company. Figure that one out for yourself. 2 years ago, this would have been laughable at best, but now with Matty Icepack leading the Lions offense, the Vikings defense would have to have some kind of performance to allow for a still adjusting Donovan McNabb that put up enough points to win. Hello, reality. Historically bad pass defenses don't just turn great overnight, so expect Drew Brees to give Houston their first loss for the year. Michael Vick is practicing and ready for Sunday against Philly's division rivals, so the offense is going to get back on track. As long as they can limit New York's running game from doing too much damage, this one shouldn't be close. Steve Smith is the most dominant receiver in football right now, while Rasheed Mathis has been one of the most picked on corners in the first 2 weeks. Put 2 and 2 together, and it looks like it's the win number 1 for Cam Newton. Sorry, Raiders fans, the Jets are a step up from the Buffalo and Denver cupcake defenses Jason Campbell picked on weeks 1 and 2. Don't be surprised if Mark Sanchez is chowing down on another hot dog at the end of this potential blowout. The Ravens team trying to make up for that embarrassing loss last week. NFC West team on the schedule, I smell blood. The Chiefs lost by 34 and 41 points to the Bills and Lions. All gamblers, go put down whatever you can right now. It's Philip Rivers and company will cover that 15-point spread with ease. Upset alert, look for Jake Cutler to take advantage of no ball hawk safety in the secondary with Nick Collins out and put up some gaudy numbers against Green Bay. The criticism from the NFC Championship game is all the more motivation. Seahawks cornerback Brendan Browner allowed 10 catches for 184 yards last week against the Steelers. Larry Fitzgerald has to be grinning like a little kid. Matt Ryan is notoriously much more poor on the road, and he's facing a scrappy Bucs team looking to gain some ground in this tough NFC South. Buccaneers to win this one. Pittsburgh defense plus shaking Colts team led by Kerry Collins. It's going to get ugly. And finally, let's for Romo to tough it out. No Miles Austin at all, and pull off a big home win against Washington and tie up the NFC East heading into Week 4.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed Week 3 of Pick'em. I know it was shorter this week, but that's the point. We want to make it short and sweet so we don't ramble on all day. But anyways, like always, if you can click the annotation above if you want to check out Game of the Week, Week 3. And you guys have a nice day. All right, peace.
Later, guys.